Hey there, Sagittarius. Welcome to your reading for the week of September 30th. This week, you start off with this Explosive Situations card. It says, this destruction will allow new growth to emerge and shape a new future. You have this Toxic Triggers card. It says, find the strength to remove yourself from toxic influences in your life. So, again, I feel there's like a lot of this energy going on is what I will say, of like something, kind of being removed or walking away from something and, kind of having there be new growth after it. We are in eclipse season, and eclipses can definitely eclipse things out of our lives. So, it wouldn't surprise me if something, we have another eclipse on October 2nd this week. So it wouldn't surprise me if something was being eclipsed or already has been eclipsed out of your life. And it wouldn't surprise me also if you were very focused on a new beginning. I mean, you have 3 pages right here, and pages they can kind of represent like a new adventure, or starting something new a lot of the times, or looking at something new. And so again, it wouldn't surprise me if you were just starting something new. And even you end with the Fool, which the Fool kind of says the same thing, that you are focused on starting something new. You have the Emperor, the Page of Wands, and the Three of Wands. A lot of Emperor energy this week I've noticed as well. And the Emperor is about bossing up and taking control of your life, or taking control of your situation. The Emperor is also about being ready. He has his armor on underneath his cloak right here. And the armor on, it kind of represents the fact that he is ready to go at a moment's notice. So if you are getting a new opportunity, I would just take it. You have the Page of Wands, Page of Pentacles, Page of Swords. That Page of Pentacles can represent like a messenger, or sometimes the Page of Pentacles can be good news. But with the Page of Pentacles, sometimes we're presented with an offer that we definitely need to accept into our lives. And so if you are receiving any new opportunities or offers, again, I would accept those new opportunities, because they will probably lead to a lot of success. You have the Page of Wands. Page of Wands is about going on an adventure and putting in the work, making something happen. So I feel for a lot of you that you could be putting in the work to make things happen in your life in a different way with the Page of Wands. The Page of Wands is also very enthusiastic for a new beginning. And so I feel like there could be something that, like a new beginning that has potential, that you are looking at in your life. And the reason I say that is because you have the Three of Wands. The Three of Wands, he's looking out at the water, and he sees these boats on the water. A lot of people read the Three of Wands as your ships coming in, which it definitely can represent. But the boats are pointing out of the harbor. And so the Three of Wands is a card of expansion. And the reason it's a card of expansion is because he could get onto one of those boats and he could expand out into the world. He could go on a new adventure or do something new with his life. And, I definitely feel this reading is encouraging adventure. You're a Sagittarius, so you are pretty good at going on adventures, right? And this could be starting anything new. It could be love, business, work. It could be your health. So anything new that you are getting an opportunity for, I would grab on to that opportunity. With the Emperor, you have the Temperance card. The Temperance card is a card of patience. The Temperance card is your card, so I feel like you are just showing up in a very strong position here. Whenever you show up as yourself, it puts you in a position of power and strength, and really allows you to get what you want from the reading. So I feel for a lot of you right here, you are getting, that this would be you getting kind of what you want from a situation, right? And I also feel that it's just saying that you are the one that is bossing up. With the Page of Wands, you have the Three of Wands. Again, like I said, I knew that those two cards were connected. So I feel like the Page of Wands, he almost has to be looking at something that has potential, because, again, he is looking at that wand that he's grabbing onto in front of him, and it kind of represents something that he desires to do. The only thing motivating him to get to work is his desire, his enthusiasm to get started on something new. And so, again, I feel like you are kind of, leaning out over this hill that the Three of Wands guy is standing on. He's also grabbing onto one wand. So I feel for a lot of you, it's kind of like you're grabbing onto a new idea or a new plan for your life. With the Three of Wands, you have the Devil. Toxic triggers, right? You have that Toxic Triggers card. So anything that is holding you back, or anything that is toxic, it would definitely be a good time to remove those toxic influences or toxic habits or anything else from your life, I think it would be a good time to work on those things. A lot of people have had this, and it's like kind of surprised me because it doesn't really necessarily show up in the astrology. I mean, I guess you could argue that the eclipse is happening in Libra. Libra is about balance, and if you're out of balance, it's a solar eclipse. So solar eclipses bring light to situations that we're dealing with. So, again, this could be saying that light is being shown on something that is toxic or that isn't working out for you, and I would just remove it. Next, in the area of what's coming in for you, you have the Soul Healing card. You also have this Temple Healing card as well. I do feel it's a great time to heal, or to take extra time to heal from things that you've been dealing with. And with the Toxic Triggers card and the Devil, it might just be a good week. I would say it might be a good month, the whole month of October, for you to focus on your healing or to focus on getting better. You have the Four of Pentacles, the Four Cups, the Page of Pentacles, the Four Cups, and the Two of Pentacles. The Page of Pentacles, for whatever reason, I kind of feel, again, this is an opportunity. One thing I want to say is that you go Page of Pentacles, Page of Swords to the Fool. Going to the Page of Swords, it would kind of say that you're getting an opportunity and then you're spending time looking at it with the Page of Swords. You're kind of like just looking at that pentacle because the Page of Swords is curious. He gets a new opportunity. He might examine it. He might think about it for a long time. We have the Knight of Pentacles as well. Same thing. Knight of Pentacles is the only knight that represents no movement, and he's overthinking something. So where I'm going with this is, if you're getting an opportunity, I would just take it with the Fool coming up right here. Like, I wouldn't sleep on an opportunity is what this is saying to me. It's like sometimes, like I've read for people before where they say things like they definitely desperately need a job, for example, and they'll get a job offer and they might say like, but I'm not sure if I want this one. And I always tell those people, you can always quit. Especially if you're desperate, you might as well take the job that's in front of you. And then, if something else comes up, you can always quit, right? And I kind of get that feeling from this reading where it's saying, a bird in the hand, right? They say a bird in the hand is better than two in the bush. So I feel this is saying if something is coming in for you, you might as well accept it. You don't have to keep it forever. You don't have to even stay there. You don't have to enjoy it. If you don't, you can leave later. But this could be a job. It could be anything. But again, I definitely get that feeling. And again, Four Cups, he's being presented with an offer, but he's been disappointed so many times before that he's afraid to accept that new offer into his life. So I kind of feel that part of this reading is saying that you could be receiving an offer. You're not sure because of the Four Cups if you're going to like it or not like it. But again, I feel the Four Cups, Page of Swords, the Fool, really, that's kind of what I'm getting from the reading is that, you might think that you won't like the job or you won't like the person or whatever the case may be. But it's like then you do it and then you really enjoy it is kind of what this reading is saying. So again, you never know. You might be presented with something and it might be better than you think it's going to be. You have the Two of Pentacles. Two of Pentacles, of course, is balance. Again, Eclipse in Libra. Two of Pentacles says if you're working too hard, make sure that you play. If you're playing too much, make sure you work and just make sure that you're balancing out the energy. With the Page of Pentacles, you have the High Priestess. High Priestess is about trusting your intuition. So I do feel it would be a great time for you to make sure that you're, tapping into your intuition, trusting your intuition. It also represents unlimited potential. She has no roof over her head. And so there are no limits to what she can accomplish. I kind of feel that as well. Like if you're hoping for a job and you're getting a job offer or something, that there might be a job that is better than you think, or has much more of an opportunity than you think. So, again, I would explore the mystery and accept the offer. With the Four of Cups, you have the Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles is a change in direction. He has grown something for a long time. He has grown those Seven Pentacles, and he's wondering, is the juice worth the squeeze? Should he continue growing what he's been growing, or is there something else or something better that he could grow? We even go up to the Knight of Pentacles, and the Knight of Pentacles has these empty fields behind him, and all he has to do is plant seeds in those empty fields, and they will grow. So I kind of feel this is encouraging you to start growing something new. With the Two of Pentacles, you have the World. The World is an accomplishment. The World also could say that you will be standing on top of the world, or that you will be feeling like you're on top of the world. And I kind of get that feeling from the reading in general, especially if you kind of accept this new offer. And, the new offer could also be an offer that you're giving yourself, right? It's like you could be starting a business instead of getting a job, or you could be starting a side hustle or something like that. So whatever you're doing, I feel is going to lead to a big accomplishment. The World with the Three of Wands here would also represent getting out into the world and looking for new things. And so, again, I think adventuring would be a good idea for you. Next, in the area of messages from your future self, you have this Komodo dragon. It says ferocity, survival instinct, and revolutionary change. Definitely like a big change or a revolutionary change going on here. You have this unicorn. It says divine purity, rarity, and sovereignty. So I feel like this is all about freedom and kind of like focusing on your freedom. Maybe you've had jobs before, or careers or businesses where you kind of felt stuck in those positions. And I feel this is asking you to focus more on, again, freedom, exploration, all those other things. And yeah, that's just like what I would pay attention to here. Definitely a big change. You have the Knight of Pentacles, Page of Swords, and the Four of Wands. I definitely feel this is saying, like, don't think too much about, don't think too much about something with this Knight of Pentacles energy. He just needs to plant seeds in these fields and they will grow. Same thing if you want love, right? I think it would be a reading like this would kind of say it would be a good time to date. I think what holds a lot of people back is thinking about like the investment into connections, right? And Libra is a great time to learn this lesson. So what I would say is, entering into things and only investing a little bit it would be a good idea. I think the only time you'll get in trouble here is if you invest too much with a person. But again, you don't have to marry a person. I kind of feel this is saying if you want love, go on dates, date a person, don't overcommit. That's when we get in trouble. And, kind of make your intentions known and then see where it goes. And I kind of feel the Knight of Pentacles is encouraging you to make progress by seeing how something goes. Could be a business, job, relationship, whatever. But I definitely feel you don't want to spend too much time doing this right here. The Page of Swords, not necessarily a bad card. I look at him as a card of curiosity. I believe that he needs to follow his curiosity. If something is interesting to him or if something stands out to him, he needs to explore it by learning about it, and there's nothing wrong with doing that. But I also feel that you should not get stuck in this position of kind of like weighing the options of something or weighing something up for too long. Again, I think it's perfectly fine to think about something a little bit. But again, I also get the feeling from this reading that it would be probably better for you to make a commitment. And I'm not saying like in love. I know this is a card of marriage, but, especially in work, and especially if you need work or need money, I think it would be better to make the commitment and see how things go. And again, I also feel that if this is work related, that you are going to probably be surprised by how much you actually end up enjoying it. So this is like one of those things where maybe you think you wouldn't enjoy the opportunity, but you actually would. So, again, I would stay open to the possibilities. You have two marriage cards here. So again, if you want love, it could also be a love connection that's coming in for you. And I would just, again, I would make sure that you're not over committing or doing too much up front. With the Knight of Pentacles, you have the Page of Wands again. So the Page of Wands, it's like you definitely desire to do something with the Knight of Pentacles. So whatever you are thinking about, I would get started. The Knight of Pentacles has a very easy solution. It just says take the first step, right? Take the tiniest step you possibly can, and that will lead to the most success. With the Page of Swords, you have the Ace of Wands. And the Ace of Wands is, do you have the Ace? I thought you had the Ace of Wands twice for some reason, but Ace of Wands is out with the old, in with the new. Ace of Wands is inspiration and desire. So that wand is, again, something that you probably desire to do. I mean, the Ace of Wands kind of sums up the entire reading. It's saying that something from the past is crumbling and that you are starting a new journey. You are starting something new. The Ace of Wands, this passionate new beginning. With the Four of Wands, you have the Four of Cups. The Four of Cups is about, again, having been disappointed by what you have received in the past. And so I feel for a lot of you that you have, had experiences that haven't worked out. And now this new opportunity coming in for you is something that can work out better. So I feel that for a lot of you, a lot of people read this as the grass being greener on the other side, which is true. But sometimes I feel that he needs to realize that he has attracted all the ingredients to make something very successful. So even if you've had a lot of failures, like if you've tried to have a business or a certain career, he has all the ingredients. He's learned from each one of those things. He just needs to mix all those things together that he has learned. He needs to pop it in the oven and see what comes out, right? And I feel that's kind of like the place that you are at with all this energy here. And it's like you've learned a lot as well. I mean, you have the Hierophant. The Hierophant is the teacher, the educator. So the Hierophant is really saying to me that you've learned a lot on your journey. And same thing with the Knight of Pentacles. Sometimes I feel that the Knight of Pentacles is feeling resistance because it's like a blank canvas, you know? And like a lot of artists have a hard time with the blank canvas that's in front of them. But if they just put a stroke on the canvas, then eventually they get started. And I feel like that's what the Knight of Pentacles is getting at in your reading. It's like saying you just need to make that first mark on the paper, and then, you know, you can always paint over it if you make a mess. Next, in the area of the good stuff, you have this Orphan card and this Here and Now card. So the Orphan card is normally not a good card, but it is coming up in the good stuff. So it would say that, you know, in the good stuff, to me, it would say you're kind of coming out of the cold. Maybe you're feeling more supported. The Here and Now card is obviously about being present. And the good part about this and the good stuff would say that you are being present and you're not living too much in the past or the future. You have the Hierophant, the Five of Wands, and the Fool. The Hierophant is about blessings, especially in the good stuff. It can represent receiving a blessing. You know, he is blessing these two people that are in front of him, these two initiates. And a lot of you could feel like you are receiving a blessing. I also kind of feel like, again, if you're getting an offer, you know, what I'm wondering here, before I stumble over my words, is you have these pages, and, you know, this could kind of say that maybe it's, you feel like it's an immature offer, or just you're not sure how it's going to grow. And I feel that really this offer could be a blessing. Again, I get the feeling that something is going to be better than you think. So it's like maybe you see a job and you're like, it's a job, it would make me money, but it's not great. But really, I feel if you did it, it would be a lot better than you think. You have the Five of Wands. Five of Wands is a card of conflict and competition, but in the area of the good stuff, the Five of Wands would kind of say that you're winning in some sort of competition, or you could be standing out among all the rest, right? So maybe you're trying to get a job, and this could actually say that you are standing out around above all the other people that are also, you know, trying to get that job. The Five of Wands and the Hierophant are both cards of education. You know, these people are using sticks to fight. They're not using swords. So I always say that the Five of Wands is about learning through competition. So again, I think you have a lot of knowledge and wisdom that makes you valuable, and I would make sure that you are using that knowledge and wisdom. You have the Fool. I feel like the Fool is about taking a leap of faith towards something that you want. And so I feel for a lot of you that taking a leap of faith would be a really good idea for you, especially if you're getting an offer. I kind of feel that it might feel a little bit foolish, right, to just jump on an offer and take it. But I also feel that the Fool is coming up in the good stuff, and it's saying that you are going to be very successful if you just accept this offer. You know, especially if it's a work or a business offer, I would just jump on it. With the Hierophant, you have the Queen of Cups. Definitely could be love coming in for you. The Queen of Cups could be like a very loving energy, but the Queen of Cups would also be about following your heart. And the whole entire reading kind of says that, because you have all these Wands cards that are asking you to move towards your desires. And, you know, obviously desire and heart energy are very much connected. With the Five of Wands, you have the Magician. The Magician is all about attraction and attracting things into your life. I always pull the card that he's pointing to, which we're going to say is this one. You have this Pegasus card. It says Muse, Fame, and Sacred Springs. So yeah, there could be a lot of positive attention. And it's funny that I said that. That card says fame on it. And, you know, obviously not all of you are going to become famous, but, you know, this could say with the Five of Wands that you are standing out above the rest. Like I said earlier, it's like you're kind of getting a lot of attention. This could be in some sort of competition. So if you're trying to get a job or a career or business, you could be the one that's standing out. With the Fool, you have the Emperor. Yes, it's like you are the one that is in charge of your journey, ultimately. And so I feel this right here is saying that you are the one that has to take control. You are the one that has to, grab on to an opportunity or make something happen. You have this Club card. It says someone will try to make you do something against your will. Obviously, no one can make you do anything. That could be this toxic energy here. So maybe you need to remove a person who is trying to force you to do things. You have this Carrot. It says opportunity or windfall. There you go. So definitely could be a big opportunity coming in for you. And like I said, how funny is it, you know, that the carrot is under the earth? You know, I really... You know, I'm not trying to be mysterious here, but I really feel that obviously this isn't going to be for all of you, but for some of you, it's like you're kind of getting an offer and maybe you're not sure about it. But again, I think there's more below the surface. I think that, you know, this could be an opportunity where maybe it doesn't look good at first, but maybe you get the job and you find out there's like better benefits than you thought, or, you know, maybe there's more growth opportunity than you thought, and I would take it. You have this Wreath card. It says sorrow over loss. You've been dealing with some sort of loss for a while. We've definitely talked about this, like some of you, we had like energies of getting laid off in past readings and things like that. So some of you could be dealing with that energy. You have this bag. It says something important, such as a new job or a raise. Like what have we been talking about this entire time, right? So that could be good. Definitely could be increasing your earnings. You have this bell. It says announcement. I feel like there's good news. Page of Pentacles represents good news, and you have the Page of Pentacles in this reading. So there could be some good news or a positive offer coming in, but pretty straightforward reading, as always with you, Sag. So thank you for being here, and definitely enjoy your week.